Get ready, Scoop fans, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the most electrifying updates to break down for you right here on Sheeran Scoop. The pace is relentless, the stakes are sky high, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out on the stories that are shaping everything. We're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of action, controversy, and must-see moments that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From international arenas to backstage drama, buckle up, because this is going to be a ride. First up, we're heading across the pond for a massive international showdown that's got everyone talking. We've got the full breakdown of who's facing who, when it's all going down, and how you can catch every single second of the action. This is the event that's setting the wrestling world ablaze, and you're going to want to know every single detail. Then, we're getting up close and personal with a story that's tugging at the heartstrings and making headlines for all the right reasons. A surprising apology is making waves, and it involves one of the biggest names in the game reaching out to a young fan in a truly unforgettable moment. You won't believe the heartwarming turn this took. We're also dissecting a pivotal night of in-ring action that delivered shockwaves and set the stage for even bigger things to come. We'll break down the biggest wins, the toughest losses, and the moments that had the crowd on their feet. And finally, we're bringing you an intense backstage exchange that's all about verbal fireworks and high-stakes confrontation. Get ready for the raw, unfiltered mic work that's creating all the buzz. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss a second of this. Hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. WWE's Paris Takeover, a global spectacle unveiled. The world of professional wrestling is buzzing as WWE gears up for its monumental Clash in Paris premium live event set to electrify the Paris La Défense arena on a Sunday. This isn't just another show. It's a strategic move in WWE's ongoing global expansion, marking a significant moment for international fans. The decision to host the event on a Sunday, a departure from the usual Saturday schedule for most premium live events, adds a nostalgic touch, hearkening back to traditional pay-per-view timings. This event also holds the distinction of being the final premium live event broadcast on Peacock under the current rights deal, with ESPN set to take over starting September 20th with WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis. The card itself is packed with intriguing matchups, headlined by a highly anticipated clash between wrestling icon John Cena and social media megastar Logan Paul. The narrative surrounding this bout has been intense, with Cena's masterful verbal sparring consistently getting the better of Paul, who has been portrayed as the scowling foil. Cena's veteran presence alone is expected to elevate the entire event, and a victory for Paul would undoubtedly be a significant upset during Cena's farewell tour. Adding to the star power, the night features a stacked fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship, pitting champion Seth Rollins against formidable challengers CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. While Rollins is a favorite to retain, the unpredictable nature of fatal four-way matches, with their potential for chaos and interference, promises a must-see spectacle. The outcomes from Paris are poised to significantly influence WWE's storylines, leading into the crucial Survivor Series event. Another compelling contest sees Roman Reigns go head-to-head with Bronson Reed. Reigns' infrequent appearances outside WWE's major events lend significant weight to his participation in Paris. Known for delivering exceptional performances, especially as a part-timer, Reigns is expected to put on a show. While Reed has shown potential, particularly with the Shulafala concept, a victory here seems unlikely given Reigns' commanding presence. Interference is always a possibility, but Reigns is expected to maintain his dominant aura, potentially setting up a future epic confrontation with Seth Rollins. On the women's side, Becky Lynch will defend her Intercontinental Championship against Nikki Bella. This match represents a fascinating clash of eras, with Lynch embodying the current dominant generation and Bella being a prominent figure from a past era. While Lynch is the predicted winner, Bella's star power and the nostalgic appeal she brings to the international audience cannot be discounted. Lynch's recent verbal takedown of Bella on Raw, however, leaves an uphill battle for Bella to regain momentum. Rounding out the card is a wildcard matchup. Sheamus versus Rusev in a Donnybrook match. Despite a personal weariness with the proliferation of no-rules match types, both Sheamus and Rusev possess the physicality to deliver a hard-hitting contest that the Paris crowd is likely to appreciate. The international setting is a key differentiator for Clash in Paris. WWE's commitment to global expansion is evident in recent events held in the UK, Saudi Arabia, and upcoming shows in Australia. Paris continues this trend, fueling speculation that major WWE events like SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, or even WrestleMania could be held outside the US in the near future. The synergy between WWE and UFC under TKO management further bolsters the possibility of coordinated global events. Furthermore, the anticipated crowd energy in Paris is expected to be a significant factor. European fans are renowned for their passionate, football-style engagement, characterized by constant chanting and noise. This vibrant atmosphere is expected to amplify the impact of stars like Cena, Rollins, and Reigns, adding a unique historical dimension to WWE's international strategy. Hold on tight, because the fallout from this massive international event is just the beginning of our coverage. Next, we're diving into a deeply personal moment that's captured the attention of fans worldwide, proving that even the biggest stars have a heart. From heel to hero, John Cena's heartfelt apology and farewell tour continues. As John Cena's WWE farewell tour progresses, with only 4 months remaining in his illustrious wrestling career, a deeply personal moment has resonated with fans. The 17-time world champion, who announced his retirement last year, is nearing the end of his in-ring journey, with less than 10 dates left. Cena is widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever grace the squared circle, and his departure will mark the end of an era with no indication of a return to wrestling. Cena's recent heel turn, a departure from his lifelong babyface persona, garnered mixed reactions. His shocking transformation at Elimination Chamber was later revealed by Chief Creative Officer Triple H to be an idea Cena himself was excited about, contributing numerous concepts to the storyline. During this heel phase, Cena was unsparing in his criticism of the audience, often berating them for perceived disrespect despite his accomplishments. In a particularly memorable segment prior to WrestleMania 41 on Monday Night Raw, Cena, in his heel capacity, directed harsh words at a young fan in the audience, calling him toxic and dysfunctional. This interaction quickly went viral, making the fan the subject of widespread discussion. Now, in the final months of his career, and having transitioned back to a beloved babyface, Cena made a poignant appearance on Friday Night SmackDown. Confronting his Clash in Paris opponent, Logan Paul, Cena encountered the same young fan in the crowd. In a display of remarkable sportsmanship and humility, Cena approached the fan, apologized for his previous harsh words, and expressed gratitude for the fan's unwavering support through difficult times. This act of reconciliation has been met with widespread approval, highlighting Cena's character and his connection with the WWE Universe. The segment not only served as a powerful moment of personal redemption, but also underscored the emotional arc of his farewell tour. In other news related to the upcoming Clash in Paris, speculation surrounding Brock Lesnar's potential appearance has intensified. Following WWE's surprise reintroduction of Lesnar at SummerSlam, anticipation for a potential clash between Lesnar and Cena, longtime rivals, was high. However, with Cena versus Logan Paul confirmed for Paris, reports suggest Lesnar might appear at the upcoming pay-per-view, with a potential match against Cena being earmarked for WWE Bad Blood. This strategic booking keeps the door open for further high-profile matchups involving Lesnar. The narrative surrounding Cena's heel turn and subsequent apology is a testament to the complex character development possible within WWE programming. It demonstrates how even a seemingly negative storyline can be resolved in a way that reinforces a superstar's connection with the audience, particularly during a significant farewell period. The incident with the young fan serves as a powerful reminder of the human element within the larger-than-life world of professional wrestling, showcasing empathy and accountability from one of its most iconic figures. This emotional moment is just one piece of the puzzle from a packed week of WWE action. Up next, we're breaking down the biggest wins and surprising misses from the latest episode of SmackDown, dissecting what it all means for the road ahead. SmackDown's highs and lows, title changes and character shifts set the stage. With Clash in Paris on the horizon, this week's WWE SmackDown aimed to finalize storylines and build anticipation, but delivered a mixed bag of outcomes, featuring significant title changes and compelling character moments. The episode largely focused on the final build-up to the International Premium Live event, with several key feuds and championship pictures taking center stage. John Cena continued to be a focal point, appearing in Lyon, France, for a segment with his Clash in Paris opponent, Logan Paul. Cena received a thunderous ovation from the French crowd as he transitioned back into his beloved babyface persona. The segment saw Cena deliver a powerful verbal takedown of Paul, but the highlight was Cena's heartfelt apology to a young fan he had previously insulted during a heel promo. This act of contrition, met with cheers from the audience, underscored Cena's connection with his fans and provided a touching moment during his farewell tour. The WWE Tag Team Championship match for Clash in Paris was officially set, with the Street Profits challenging the Wyatt Six. Prior to the match, Bo Dallas, appearing without his Uncle Howdy mask and gear in backstage segments with the Street Profits and the team of The Miz and Carmelo Hayes, delivered a particularly chilling and compelling performance. Dallas continues to prove his ability to captivate audiences through his intensity, even without the full Uncle Howdy persona. In a less impactful moment, Kiana James returned to the ring after a year-long injury layoff saw her quickly defeated by Michin via roll-up. While James' entrance was noted as strong, the swift loss felt like a setback for her re-establishment on the main roster. Despite a post-match beatdown, the quick defeat undermined the momentum her return could have generated. Jade Cargill continued to impress in her ongoing feud with Tiffany Stratton over the Women's World Championship. Their latest exchange showcased Cargill's growing confidence and comfort in the title picture. While Stratton also performed strongly, the narrative appears to be shifting towards Cargill unseating Stratton and embarking on her own championship reign, signaling a significant push for Cargill. The main event saw Sami Zayn challenge for the United States Championship. Amidst ongoing tensions with Solo Sikoa, the Usos, and Jacob Fatu, the match was expected to end in a disqualification or interference. However, in a surprising turn of events, after an attempted attack by JC Mateo, Tala Tonga, and Tonga Loa, which was countered by Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu, Zayn ultimately defeated Solo Sikoa to become the new United States champion. The crowd erupted, celebrating Zayn's hard-fought victory. Sikoa's reign as United States champion, while impactful in establishing his dominant faction, ultimately felt like a missed opportunity. Despite his character growth and the power of his stable, the championship did not significantly enhance the feud's narrative beyond motivating Zayn. While Zayn's win was a significant moment for him, Sikoa's reign seemingly failed to reach its full potential, leaving a sense of unfulfilled promise. These in-ring developments and emotional character beats are setting the stage for major future confrontations. Get ready for a direct look at the verbal warfare that preceded these major showdowns, as we dissect a fiery backstage exchange. Verbal fireworks, John Cena unleashes a scathing tirade on Logan Paul. In a highly charged segment from SmackDown on August 29, 2025, John Cena delivered a blistering verbal assault on his Clash in Paris opponent, Logan Paul. The encounter, which took place in Lyon, France, showcased Cena in his element, leveraging his legendary mic skills to dismantle Paul ahead of their high-profile matchup. As Cena stood in the ring, basking in the adulation of the French crowd, he was joined by his opponent, Logan Paul. The segment was designed to build intense anticipation for their clash, and Cena did not hold back. He systematically dismantled Paul's persona and perceived shortcomings, using sharp wit and cutting remarks that left Paul on the defensive. Cena's mastery of the microphone was on full display, as he expertly controlled the narrative and elicited a strong crowd reaction. The exchange wasn't just about personal insults. It was a strategic dismantling of Paul's character within the broader context of Cena's own career and legacy. Cena, in the midst of his farewell tour, used the opportunity to reinforce his status as a seasoned veteran while highlighting what he perceives as Paul's superficiality. The intensity of Cena's delivery, coupled with Paul's reactions, created a compelling dynamic that effectively amplified the stakes for their upcoming match. This segment also served a dual purpose, incorporating a deeply personal moment for Cena. He took time to apologize to a young fan in the audience whom he had previously called toxic and dysfunctional during a heel promo. This act of contrition, met with cheers and applause, demonstrated Cena's ability to connect with his audience on multiple levels, blending his in-ring persona with genuine human interaction. The juxtaposition of the aggressive verbal attack on Paul with the sincere apology to the fan highlighted the multifaceted nature of Cena's appeal and the emotional depth of his final run in WWE. The verbal sparring between Cena and Paul is a classic wrestling narrative, pitting a legendary, respected figure against a newer, polarizing personality. Cena's ability to craft such impactful promos, even late in his career, underscores his enduring talent and his commitment to delivering memorable moments for the WWE Universe. The segment effectively set the stage for Clash in Paris, ensuring that the audience is invested in the personal animosity between the two competitors. This exchange is a prime example of how WWE builds compelling narratives through character work and verbal confrontation. Cena's performance was a masterclass in promo cutting, leaving no doubt about the intensity and personal nature of his upcoming match with Logan Paul. The segment successfully generated significant buzz and anticipation, ensuring that their encounter in Paris will be a must-watch event. These verbal jabs are just a taste of the action-packed week in WWE. But what does it all mean for the fans? We'll recap the biggest stories and tell you what's next. And that's a wrap on another explosive week of news. We saw WWE head to Paris for a massive international event. John Cena offered a heartfelt apology to a young fan during his farewell tour. SmackDown delivered major title changes and compelling storylines, and John Cena laid into Logan Paul with a fiery verbal attack. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Sheeran's Scoop for all your breaking updates, hit the notification bell so you never miss a thing, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.